You've been promoting the world, talking about this film. You can't even go out of your hotel at times. But can you actually enjoy the sights? Sneak you out a back door, stuff like that? Or is it just in and out?
You can totally sneak around. It's just a lot more work. And plus, I get to go to these like amazing places for such tiny periods of time. If you only focus on the fact that you're stuck in a hotel room all day, you're doing yourself a disservice, because I get to go outside for 10 minutes in Brazil. Right. I mean, even if it's just 10 minutes.
What's the most drastic step you've had to take to hide and, you know, keep your identity secret and enjoy one of these places?
Right. I haven't done like really extreme things. I've heard of people like literally running outside of like the back of the hotel and just doing it on foot, because I guarantee I'm faster than most of these guys. But that's just it's a bargain, because if they end up catching you, you look like a tool.
Right.
I could do that. I've heard of people like hiding in dumpsters. I sort of refuse to do that. It's like a fine line, like of like keeping dignity and also just like demanding free will and freedom. It's cool.
When they first cast you, a lot of the girls were like, "No, who is this guy? He can't be in this franchise." At one point, I guess, at what point did it go from "Who is this guy? He's repulsive" to all of a sudden you're a heartthrob? Was it still that moment in May that you talk about?
No, I mean, I guess when the movie came out, I guess things kind of changed about that. But they were gradually changing over the time. It's funny because now when New Moon comes out, everyone's gonna be like, "Taylor's where it's at." like, they're just gonna be, and it's funny. And I'm always saying like, "Oh yeah, I want Taylor to divert all the attention onto him. It's great." And I can tell that like. Afterwards I'll be like, "Oh God, I need to do something. I need to take my clothes off somewhere," or something like that.
Help us understand your friendship. What's your friendship like with your co-star Kristen? Because so many people speculate out there.
We've always had very similar attitudes about the whole situation. You know, we went into it thinking that, you know, I went into the movie thinking she's my insurance for credibility, and you know, she thought, yeah, we're both kind of aiming for the same thing, and it's kind of. I guess that's what's made a lot of it easier to deal with. I mean, a lot of people in the cast are like that as well, but I mean, it's kind of, yeah, I guess kind of trying to strive for credibility in a big franchise, and I guess having someone who thinks similarly to you about that, and about a lot of different things. I mean, about how to portray yourself in public, and how to deal with the press, and virtually everything. I have very similar ideas about her on a lot of things. And so, yeah, I think it's nice to have someone who's focused on the same stuff.
That people care more about your personal life as time goes on.
Oh, it's definitely harder.
Harder?
I mean, that's not something I would choose.
Yeah.
But it's something that is gonna happen, and I guess you just gotta live with it.
But would you ever admit that you're dating someone like Taylor to the press? Would you ever admit it? Is there going to be a time where you admit it, or are you always going to keep that to yourself?
I don't know. I guess you'll just have to wait and see.
Fair enough. Had to ask. If I get another 1,000 Twitter people asking me, I just had to ask. But man, awesome. Again, you conduct yourself very well, so congrats with everything.
Thank you very much.